Okay, hello everyone. Today we are all about diving into finding our North Star, our guidance that will guide us, lead us, and make our lives much more easier. And before we'll start diving in, I want to share with you why it is important and what is all this about. Mhm. So, as we know, uh, why we live, we all make tons of decisions. Every single day, we make approximately 35,000 of decisions. And every time we make one, consciously or unconsciously, we do it in alignment with what is our values, what is our thoughts. And it's nice to know them because when you know your core value, when you know what is leading you will not be lost on overwhelmed of tons of decisions. You will see right away what's the right choice for you in alignment with yourself. And this will help you make all your life decisions with grace and ease and much easier. Also, it will enhance self-awareness and integrity because understanding your values deepens your self-awareness, deepens understanding yourself, understanding your behaviors. Even your past choices can be understood through this lens when you know what was leading you, what was guiding you. And it's helpful to have this North Star at what you can look and navigate there. Also, it can increase motivation and fulfillment because when you do something in alignment with your core value, you will feel much more joy and happiness when you do those steps. Even if those steps are hard, even that you do and you know that something will be hard to release or let go or something like that, it will still be much better and easier for you to do if you know that this choice led by your inner core value, not something put outside, but from you inside, and that it will help you guide. It will motivate you to do better, to make every day more aligned steps. And also, it will help you to increase and improve your relationships because when you know your values, you can bring it on a table and say, this is my values and I want to live in alignment with them. And the other person as well can help you and share their values. And it just makes all relationship on a much deeper level. And also it helps us to look around and see on all our relationships and feel what are relationships like putting us down and not helping us, what relationships holding us back, and what we can do about it. So why are you in the perfect place today here? Because you will discover your core value. You will know it. You will find your North Star. You will start rebuilding your life with a new perspective. So for whom this workshop is? This is for you if you try it on of going blind. You're tired of doing something and just as a little blind kitten in a different directions and really not understanding where you're going. If you're just curious, some people are just curious, what is my core value? It also can be if for you, if you went through life changes or growth, especially inner growth, and you kind of need to rebalance and recalibrate and see what are my core values, because they can change and shift as we can change and shift. And what was your core value 5 years ago can slightly change this year. But the most amazing thing that the one single core value that we will find in today rarely change drastically. But still, it can change, and you want to check out from time to time with yourself what is your state, what is your current state. And also, this is for you if you're absolutely done with making choices by pulling the matches and see, okay, let's try this if it will happen. Let's try this. I'm not sure what decision to make. Let's try this. And when I was putting the slides, I was thinking, first thought I was thinking of putting here an example of flipping the coin. But the trick with the flipping a coin is that you know exactly what side brings which decision. And if you flip the coin, the moment you flip, you already will know what is your decision. That's why I decided to take another example when you literally just blindly select and choose. And sometimes we can be a little bit of both, because we can be tired of going blind and done with making choice by pulling the matches, and be curious what's new having us, what's new in front of us. Okay, for those who will be here and don't know me, or who are watching the replays and don't know me, I'm transformational coach and inner guide who helps break free from social scripts and live that beyond your dreams. I'm mom of two, I'm craft maniac, as you see. I am a dance lover. I have been passionate about psychology for as long as I remember myself, and I've been so lucky to learn from the greatest minds of our nowadays, such as Jordan Gordon, Euphil, Gabriel Mate, Pat Elgin, Basil Vandercoat, and much more, any other people. And I'm thrilled that I'm here and I can share all my value. I'm applying a holistic approach. I'm blending intellectual with intuition, because I use psychology tools, I use art therapeutic practices, I use mindfulness, visualization, meditation, and much more. So we all got core values, and you and me and every one of us. And we will move a bit closer to our workshop. So what we are going to do today? We are going to see what are core values, what and why, what it is, and why we need it. We will look at what are watch outs when you trying to find your core value, what you need to be aware of. And also, we will do the practice and define your core value right today, right here. As you see, core value is something that talked a lot nowadays in the modern application theories, when we all try to like live in alignment, and all those kind of words nowadays are very popular, like this self-help movement, know your core values, is like basically essential for your growth and fulfillment. But it was not that it's something new in our world. It was from ancient times, because even Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, they all explored the nature of virtues and moral principles. They emphasized that living various lives guided by principles such as justice, courage, and temperance, which are to where we come, is like core value of people. Also, Eastern psychology, philosophy, Confucian, Buddhism, Buddhism, they all delved into fundamental principles that human behavior is guided by their core values and what they see. Also, humanistic psychology looked at this very known pyramid of Maslow, though it's not his, but another time about this. Carl Rogers, they all focused on self-actualization and the intrinsic values that guide people in their life. Jean Piaget, Lawrence Kohlberg, they all explored how people develop those values. And social psychology take it to the another level, and they see that there's societal values, there are cultural values, and they shape and shift our behaviors and how we live and how we formed as a part of community. And in modern world, we all know that big corporation, they all have this kind of list of core values, all made in an effort to make a coherent space that all people aligned. So what we need to be on watch out when we trying to find our core values? First of all, we need to be sure that we distinguish where is the social norm from your core value, because we have a lot of beliefs set by our parents. We have cultural limitations. We have societal norms, and they all shift and shape ourselves. But sometimes, and it's easier for kids to see this when they feel like they do not align with what they need to do, in order to follow these social norms. But when we grow up, we kind of try to not look back and not feel what is there, what our core value was, because we were told many, many times through our raising by our parents, by our teachers, by our colleagues, by our employees that this is we not do, this is we value, this is not our value. And yes, there are some core values that are important for everyone, but still we need to be sure that when we try to navigate and find our core values, we need to distinguish what are our core values, what are social limitations, and also it's not widely talked, but cultural limitations have big influence. Me moving from another culture, another country, I see so much difference from like literal core values that I see here and I see in my home country in Ukraine. Yes, there is some similarity, but also there is a lot of difference, and it influenced not only by culture itself, but by generations before us, our history, what our countries and cultures went through, and it also has a great effect on us. But as well as just being aware of this, we also need to understand that it will be influence us, and it's okay to have different core values. It's okay to have the values that slightly different from others because you are from another culture, for example. Who is ready to dive in? Be ready to prepare pen and paper. We will start by putting a list of your values. And it will sound big, but don't be scared of it. Just put on a paper what came first. If you kind of struggle with putting what you think would be your value, just try to go through different areas of your life and see what values you have there, like family, work, self-actualization, like all different values for every different sphere of your life if it's hard. But now I will ask you to come up with a list of 20 your values, just 20 values that you think you have. Put on a paper 20 values of yours. I know it's a big number, it can be scary. Just go with the flow. What comes up first? And just put one by one by one, and it's okay if they kind of sound similar or overlapping. It's okay. Just go with the flow and put 20 values that you have. Let me know in the chat once you're done. Now we will be sort of a gardener. As gardener, plant the seeds and then start pruning, taking what is unnecessary, taking what is weak, and so on and so forth. I will ask you to cross off this list 5 values that you can say that they under some other value, that they can be included in the some other value. For example, you have health and you have energy. They kind of overlapping, and you can cross off one that will be more weak and can be included in other more strong value. So cross off 5 of them. And once you cross off those 5, cross off 5 more. Just look on what is left and see where is the overlap and what you can cross off that will be included in a bit more stronger one. And once you cross off those 5, cross off 5 more. So you will left with 5. And once you're left with those 5, cross off 2. Just 2. Now the final. Cross off 2 more, and you will be left with 1. Crossing off those help you to nail down and see among, like, if you look at the night starry sky, and you will see thousands of stars, and to find the one, you need to search for the brightest, for the biggest, that guides you and leads you. Now you know your core value. Now you can start building your life in alignment with that. Now you can make life decisions with grace and ease. Now you know what keeps you moving and breaking through the challenges. Now you can deepen your connections with others on a deeper level. Now you can start rebuilding your life. Now I want you all to take on a small guided visualization. So we will start by just taking the comfortable position, closing our eyes, and taking in a few deep breaths. In from the nose and out through the mouth or nose as you feel comfortable. And start just by grounding yourself, feeling the connection between your root chakra and the earth. Feeling your body in this place, feeling the support beneath you, feeling the space around you. What sounds you hear, what smells. Is it light, is it dark, is it cold, is it warm? How is this space? And then, with this few deep breaths, start raising above all of that. Find yourself in some place. It could be some place on the planet, some place somewhere outside. It can be indoors, outdoors, whatever you feel right. What do you see in this place? How do you feel in that place? What sounds there? What smells? Is it light? Is it dark? Is it cold? Is it warm? What in there for you? And start imagining that you look down and there is sort of clouds that start disappearing, and you see yourself walking your life. And as you walk that life, you have this North Star, the beacon that leads you, that guides you. How it feels walking that path, knowing what guides you. How you make your choices. How you make your decisions. how you face the challenges, how you communicate with others, how you relate to yourself, knowing that at any given moment you can look up and see that North Star guiding and leading your way. That inner core value that helps you make all decisions with grace and ease. That decisions made from this place of your core value leads you to the greatest, best possible version of yourself, leads you to fulfilling your higher purpose. How living that version of you? What is she doing? What is your daily routines? What is her habits? How is her day looks like? Stay there and observe as long as you need. Try to feel down deep in your bones that feeling of knowing what is in front, of walking with this leading North Star of yours. And when you will feel ready, take a few deep breaths and start coming back to your body, to the space around you, taking with yourself that feeling inside of you, and remembering what is that highest version of you doing daily, how she lives, how she walks that path. And with a few deep breaths, you can slowly open your eyes. And as you're slowly coming back to reality, just know that that feeling, that elevated, embraced feeling of walking your way, knowing where you're going, knowing that it will guide and lead you to the best place for you, is always there for you, and you can always return to this feeling. And also start thinking of what of these things that your future you were doing, what this higher version of you had in her daily schedule, in her daily routine, what can you bring in the life right now? And start closing that gap. Start rebuilding your life in alignment with that. And it is your choice to do it all. Every single day, every single moment, you make a choice. And it is your choice what you will do next. It is your choice how you will feel next. So choose wisely. Being aware of what is your core value is just a starting point. And from that, everything will start shifting and alignment with that. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening and doing the work to find your North Star.